All right, day 2. Welcome back to Adventures in Pop-Ups. I'm Blake. This is Rachel. It's the place you come for campsite reviews and great adventures out west. And that's what we're on, a series about our epic adventure out west.
Yep.
So we're at Custer State Park. If you haven't been there, you need to go. Who's been there? Drop us a note. It's right by Mount Rushmore, Custer, South Dakota.
In the Black Hills.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What's there to do? What's there to see?
Well, let's
Besides
talk about
Mount Rushmore.
Let's talk about what we did. So this was our first full day at Custer State Park. We stayed for a total of 3 nights. Our first night was like getting in at midnight and all that. So we took a leisurely morning. We microwaved some breakfast burritos thanks to his sister's microwave.
Thank you for electricity.
Yes, electric only site. This is the only place we stayed with electricity for the rest of the trip. So that was, we'll talk more about that in the future. What did we see behind our campsite?
Oh, yes. We had a nice, lovely visit from a family of turkeys. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 babies, 2 adults.
Something like that.
It was a group of 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, it was a pretty good group
We'll roll
of turkeys.
some video, drop some pictures in.
Just wandered right behind our campers. We're like, guys, look. And there's behind our campsites, which, by the way, were pretty spacious.
Mm-hmm.
We liked our spot.
Very nice, large wooded sites.
So, right behind our spacious campsites, there's just this big hill, which the kids were calling the mountain. We're from Illinois. Anything that's not flat is a mountain.
It was a small mountain.
Yeah, it was a pretty good hill. So, our 4 oldest kids, his sister has 6 kids. We have 4, so there's 10 total. Between all of us, our 4 or 5 oldest kids went up the mountain.
The bigs.
Went up the mountain and had a great time. Came back and told us all about the view. Took some selfies. That was pretty nice. We ate some lunch. Had meat, cheese, crackers.
We ate a quick lunchable snack.
Lunch.
We took off.
Then we went on the Wildlife Loop Road, which is like the famous road, well-named.
That's what to do when you're in Custer State Park.
It's what to do. There are prairie dogs.
Mm-hmm.
There are burros, which are very pushy. They're used to people.
Food aggressive.
They really like food. We did not feed them, but a lot of people were.
You can pet them, and they might bite you.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool to see those. They really do crowd around looking for the food. They'll stick your head in.
They're mostly nice.
Car.
They're mostly nice. They don't really bite people very often. But.
So that was cool, but really we wanted to see the bison, and we kept telling his sister's family. We kept telling them, oh, it's so amazing on the Wildlife Loop Road. There's just herds and hundreds of them, and they surround your vehicle, and we weren't finding it. So
they weren't out on the main loop.
No, they were not on the main loop. In fact, we ducked into a random. It's called the Bison Center, like a little visitor center thing, which was very nice, very new looking,
state of the art. Yep.
Yeah, it was very nice. Which there actually was like a pop-up rain shower at that time, so it was perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the rangers there showed us a map and said we haven't been able to find the bison for like one or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And someone just had reported a sighting, and she showed us on the map where the bison were sighted. We're like, yes.
Like an hour or 2 ago.
Yeah, pretty recent.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we followed the advice, went down some dirt roads, took a couple turns, and voila, there they were. A couple hundred of them up on the hills. They were traversing from one hill to the other, little babies running, but you couldn't really see them. We were kind of
they were pretty far.
They were 150, 200 yards out. So we kept on driving around thinking, hopefully we'll see some more around the other side. So,
meanwhile, we have no cell signal. We're trying to figure out how to get this tire repaired. If you missed day 1, we had a huge blowout on the way to Custer. We have no wheel well. We're driving on an old spare. We're just praying to Jesus that it doesn't go too.
Damage we need to get looked at.
So we're thankful to be there. We're having a great time, but we're also trying to figure out how to get this tire repaired with no signal on our phone. We borrow our brother-in-law or his sister's phone, one of them, and got a hold of Leo's tire.
Yep.
So this was like all in the middle of trying to enjoy Custer, trying to do that as well. And then we finally found the buffalo. They're kind of far away, but at least we found them.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're like, okay, we got to go get this tire fixed. The guy said he could work us in. Let's go.
Yeah, we called him. We talked to him. He said, come on out before 5. I'll get you done. okay, great. So we're like, it's probably an hour in. It's 3 o'clock. We're like, all right, we're heading out soon. Like in the next 20, 30 minutes, we're going.
And I guess we didn't say that we had the broken tire with us.
Threw the rim in the back of the truck.
Yeah, it was just in the back of the truck in hopes that we could get it repaired.
We're ready to go. On the way back, or on the way into town, what did we see?
A big buffalo just wanders down this hill right next to us. All by himself, just coming a little closer and a little closer. And we're like, look, he's going to cross right in front of us. We stop and we're watching him from inside our vehicle.
But before he comes across, he decides to dump his load.
Yes, he did. The kids got quite a kick out of the pooping bison.
I think we even have it on video.
He's like, I feel better now.
He's looking at us. He's like,
Yeah, he walked right in front of us, real close. That was really cool.
That was
because
very cool.
The buffalo are just majestic, huge, monstrous animals.
They're so cool. By the way, do not pet the fluffy cows. Stay, keep a healthy distance.
Pet the fluffy cows.
We saw a sign out there that said that. Anyhow, so that was so cool. It felt like it was finally worth
Walked
it.
across right in front of us.
Yeah.
And there's a trail that goes right along the road. So he's walking right along the edge of the road. We just slowly cruise right by. So Aubriana's just staring at him like out the window like, wow. That's what we went there for.
That's what we came for. That was
what we
it.
wanted to see. So we were like, all right, check that off and we're out of here.
Right.
Let's go fix this tire.
Let's get that tire fixed. And we did.
Yep.
Got to Leo's tire, dropped it off. Then we went over, while he was doing that, went over and grabbed a bunch of groceries down the street and came back. Tire was fixed. Drove all the way back to the campsite, which is not, how many miles is it?
It's like 10 miles.
But it's mountain miles. So it's up down
like
here.
25, 30 minutes at least.
Yeah. And then started a campfire and grilled some chicken, grilled some steaks, grilled some extra chicken for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Had some s'mores.
S'mores and a little bit of a late dinner. But that was all right.
Yeah, it was great. Then we chilled out, went to bed, got ready, wanted to be ready to get up the next morning.
Somebody wanted to go really early.
Not us.
We won't even mention
ridiculously.
We won't even mention how early they wanted to go.
So that was day 2 of our epic adventure out west. Please stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, show us some love if you appreciate this content. We have lots of tips and tricks and other things that on our channel and that we will discuss along the way. Stay tuned for day 3 as we go to Mount Rushmore and more. Happy camping!
See you next time.